Hey, what's up, y'all? So today we are going to talk about my top 3 nutrition tips to burn more fat. Okay, so a lot of these will be not so new, but I'm going to get into it anyways because they're my top 3. Okay, and the 3 that I think are the most secret sauce, or the most neglected, or the most not thought about, or whatever you want to call it. Okay, so make sure that you stick around for all 3 tips. The third one will be the most important one. And I've talked about it quite a bit, but it will be in this video as well. But before we get into that, make sure you subscribe to the channel. Make sure that you like the video if you find it helpful. And if you are new here, my name is Tiffany. I am a certified personal trainer, I am a certified nutrition specialist, and I am your body snatcher, okay? And this is Snatch Chat. I'm here to help you lose fat, but not your mind. That's what I'm going for, and that's what we gonna do, okay? So, last but not least, make sure you go to the bio, this description. I say bio because I'm so used to being on Instagram. You can follow me there too. I'm so used to saying link in bio. Go to the description, get your free Snatch starter kit. So it is a kit that I put together just for my audience, completely free. It has a couple workouts, some links to the workouts here, but also some actual nutrition and mental and habit help as well. Okay, so go get all those things. All right, so last time I talked about my 3 top tips for burning more fat, okay, when it comes to workouts. And I explained that a lot of it was pushed by the fact that I just released my 4-week Snatch Plan. So it's a very wonderful compilation of different kinds of workouts. All my workouts are pretty short. They're like 35 to 45 minutes because I cater to busy women. And then I have some 10-minute workouts in there. But I also have nutrition help in there because we all know that nutrition is a big part of the fitness scope, okay? Mental, I think, is the #1 thing, but we're not going to get into that today, okay? Maybe I'll do a top 3 for mental next time. I'm not sure. But we're going to talk about nutrition today because it's usually the topic that everyone loves to talk about as well. So we're going to get into it, okay? So I'll start by saying what I said in last video. So, well, not exactly the same thing, but there are many ways that you can tackle nutrition. Nutrition is one of those things. There's a lot of different, modes of doing things. There's different diets. There's low fat and then low carb or no carb, and then there's like intermittent fasting. There's just all these different topics around food and nutrition. But today I'm really going to focus on 3 that matter no matter what your favorite diet is. The second one, maybe not as much because it does include more specific instruction. But overall, these are 3 tried and true, for a fact, good fat burn methods, okay? And things that I believe are underrated, okay? So the first one may be no surprise, and it is drinking water. Okay, I know there's no revelations or new discovery here, but the thing is, people don't take it as seriously as they should. I think people are so fascinated with the actual food part that they really don't realize how helpful water is in preventing the problems with the food part, okay? Because the thing is, water, and I've said it a million times, is as close to a miracle drug that you're going to get, okay, for weight loss, because everybody wants a quick fix, and water is about the quickest one. It also happens to be mostly free unless you buy bottled water. Personally, we have a filtered water pitcher, and we find that that's very smart. But even bottled water is not super expensive, so this is one of the best ways to alleviate fat, okay? Or not alleviate it, but to get rid of it. And the reason why is because water in itself works as an appetite suppressant, okay? When you drink water, okay, it naturally is going to expand in your body, and you will, the more you drink of it, the less you will be able to stuff your face through the rest of the day. I mean, it's just the truth. If you've ever drank a ton of water in a day, you have experienced this. You may have to pee all the time as well, but you will also notice that you cannot eat as much, okay? This has been proven over and over, and it doesn't even have to be proven. You know from personal experience, okay? And the one thing I will say about this as well is that, all that being said, don't rush into trying to go for a gallon a day. You should be setting your water increase based on what you're already doing. So if you're really not drinking a lot of water, make sure you just add a little at a time, maybe add 8 ounces, and then once you can complete whatever level you're at with no problem, then go to the next one, and then try to get to half your body weight in water, okay? And then just a little secret sauce is to get sparkling water and to infuse that in your day. I think I did a whole video on water. Yeah, I did. It was when drinking water is boring, and how I personally do my water routine. So definitely go check that out. But yeah, sparkling water is a good secret sauce because it bloats you even more. Just make sure that you're getting the 0-calorie sparkling water and not some of the seltzers. Some of them use the term interchangeably, so just make sure. And tonic water is usually the one with a lot of calories, but either way, just check the calories and make sure it's 0, okay? Then the second one is in relation to workouts, okay? So this is the tried and true. Okay, I understand that keto is very popular and people love it, but the tried and true formula for helping to burn fat and for proper workout nutrition, specifically for strength training, is to eat carbs before and to eat protein after. Okay? Now, I know there's debate, fine. And the other thing, so this is the other thing though, people don't count carbs as things like fruit, which fruit is all carbs. Okay, so if you're thinking, oh, well, you eat fruit before, yeah, that's eating carbs. Okay, so maybe in your head you're thinking like sugary stuff, but in general, eating carbs before your workouts, because carbs are your body's preferred energy source. Okay, it's the first thing that's burned when you do start getting active, and that's where you get your energy from. This is not debatable. This is not an opinion kind of thing. This is what it is. Okay, so that is that, and also it's your brain's preferred only energy source. Okay, it's like the only one that your brain wants. So I've not been very silent about it because I just tell things the way it is, but I think keto and low carb diets are trash. If you're a keto fan, I always say everybody ain't for everybody, but I'm not into the keto thing. So that's that, because scientifically your body is created a certain way and carbs are a part of that process. Okay, so that's that. And then right after your workouts you need protein. Okay, and this I would say is even more important. This is the really important thing, because you could probably get away with not eating carbs right before. You could probably get away with it, or even eating whatever you're going to eat way before you actually work out. That's why there's a lot of fasted cardio and fasted workouts and stuff. But one thing that is for sure is you need your protein right after your workout. Okay, and when I say right after, I mean as soon as possible. So if you can have your post-workout meal or snack or whatever the protein is going to be right after and prepared, then you're going to be better off. Okay, so this is where I think there's a lot of this little time in between, and I understand sometimes it's hard. Like if you go to the gym and you're an hour away from home or whatever, I would suggest that you find a protein drink or something that will help you. I personally like Isopure. They have and it's very fitting and hilarious for this video, but they call it 0 carb. Isopure drink, and they do that totally for marketing purposes, okay? They do it totally for marketing purposes because they know people don't want carbs right now, which is fine. But I like them a lot. They have a they're not very high calorie, they're not low calorie, but you can drink half of a bottle and get plenty of protein. So you're only looking at 60 to 80 calories. Another little sidebar is that they made the actual size of the bottle smaller. So it's only like 16 ounces now, and it used to be 20 or something. I don't know the exact ounces, but they tried it, okay? But they're still very good, and I think I mentioned those in another video as well. But and you know what? I'll put the link to that as well. So yeah. So yeah, that's it for that point, but you really need that protein directly after you work out, okay? And then the last thing I will say is I personally think real food always trumps any other kind of food, okay? I just started using the word trumps again because of certain people that were, you know, in office, okay? I stopped saying that word for a while. Yes, I did. But anyways, that's just a little rant. But yeah. All right. Real food's better than snacks, in my opinion, after workout, but I understand that we all can't get to it fast enough. So sometimes I will just eat a snack as well. Okay? And then the third point, okay, which is the most important of all, because, and this one, okay, is absolutely 100% not debatable at all, too. And this one, okay, is actually the mother, okay, of all the different diets, of all the different workout methods, of all the different things you can do. There are tons of ways to get to losing weight and fat, right? There's all these different avenues and all this stuff, okay? But then there's the start of the path and the end result, okay? The end result is to be in a calorie deficit. It is the only way you are going to lose weight, okay? So, the most surefire way to burn more fat and to lose weight is to somehow get a grasp on how many calories you're taking in and how many you are burning. Okay? This is the ultimate goal. So, while you may use different tactics, whatever you're doing, if you're losing weight, whatever you're doing in order to lose that weight, be it keto or be it, you know, running more or being whatever on the nutrition or the workout side, okay, no matter what you are doing, you are in a calorie deficit if you're losing weight, okay? So if you're one of those people that can actually just start doing stuff and you find that what you're doing is working, then you may not have to pay as much attention to your calorie deficit because you are getting to it naturally through your actual actions and they're working for you. However, that is what you are doing. You are still getting to a calorie deficit, okay? If you are one of those people that are struggling, okay, to lose weight and you're saying, I'm doing everything right, I'm, you know, eating better, I'm working out, I'm doing this and that, if you are not getting the results you want, you're not losing fat, you're not losing weight, it means you're not in a calorie deficit. And this is when I say something new needs to happen, okay? So you need to figure out a way to track your calories better. You need to either, logging calories is the best way to log how many you're taking in and to try to compare it to a way to how many you're burning. I use Fitbit for this. It's not perfect, but one thing that is really consistent about it is that you're using the same thing all the time. So even if the calories aren't perfect, you can still use that data as a comparison to the week before that. You can look at, you know, how many calories you're burning over time. And even if it's incorrect in the technical sense, it's not incorrect to know that, when you logged last week that you ate, 300 more calories than you did this week. So Fitbit, I always recommend that to people. I think I've had mine for like 4 years now, actually, and it's still it's not ticking because this ain't the kind of clock that ticks, but it's still going strong. Okay, the band I had to replace. I got some like a $10 band, but the actual watch is still ticking, and it's really effective in helping with the whole scope of your whole fitness pattern. And it also tracks calories. It tracks the deficit for you. Okay, so that's why I like calorie counting. I don't do it all the time, but I do it in moments of seriousness and when I fall off track. So right now, I've been logging for a full month. Actually, today makes a full month that I've been actually calorie counting and putting all my food into the database. You don't have to do that, but I always suggest it if you can do it, okay? And I won't get into all that, but because I have a ton of videos on calorie deficit, so go check those out, and you'll learn more about it. But I do spend a little bit of time on calorie deficit each time because it is that important, okay? It is the #1 thing. So you're gonna have to find a method that is going to get you to the promised land, okay? So those are my 3 tips of the day, my 3, fat burn and weight loss hacks for nutrition. The first one is water. The second one is protein after workouts, carbs before, and protein right away after workouts. And then the last one is to find a way to get in a calorie deficit, okay? So those are the 3 tips. Like I said in the beginning of the video, make sure you get your Snatch starter kits, completely free kit. And then if you want a little bit more guidance, you need a really structured plan, you need nutrition help, you need, some insights and all that good stuff, definitely check out my Snatch Plan. It's a 4-week program. The link is below in the description. Other than that, eat well, drink well, take care of yourself, mind, body, and spirit, and I will see you soon.